In this video, we're going to talk about posting viral content, how to properly post, what to post, and what components we are looking for to make sure that our content goes viral. First off the bat, obviously you have to have engaging content. People don't care that you have a coffee cup that you're holding in your hand or where you walked your dog this morning, anything like that. Unless you're a celebrity, unless you take very high quality pictures and videos, that content is not going to go viral. So you want to use viral content. Now, what does it mean when you go viral on Instagram? There's two places where you go viral on Instagram. One goes with the other, one kind of helps trigger the other, but the main place is the Explore page of Instagram. On your Instagram app, the bottom left icon is going to be a little magnifying glass. That's the Explore page. On the desktop, the feed looks a little bit different, but that would be this right here. And what happens when you go viral and you land on that Explore page, it puts your content in front of a predefined audience that Instagram has already determined, and puts your content in front of an audience that has already liked or commented or engaged with that type of content in the past. So it's predefining your audience, which means the type of followers you're going to get through that are nothing but the highest quality that lead to monetization and building your account massively very fast. So when you hit this little magnifying glass, it brings you over to the Explore page. It's putting content in front of me based on content that I've liked in the past. So you can see a lot of motivation, some luxury, some quotes, some cars, and different stuff like that based on content that I've liked in the past. Now, when you click on a lot of this content, what you're going to find is it probably is going viral. It's probably content that has a lot of likes. So let's just click on one of these right now. This one's got 1,144 after just 11 hours. This one's got 1,399, almost 1,400. So it's content that has started to go viral. When you land on the Explore page, your content gets put in front of a giant Instagram audience that's going to like, comment, follow, and engage with your content. So now we need to know, how do we post? What is the procedure that we want to be able to post with? I'm going to go back over into Millionaire Mafia here, and we are just going to scroll through, and let's pick one of these pictures. Just going to go back through here a little bit. Let's go ahead and do I don't care. Let's pick this one. Okay, check this one out here. There's a very consistent algorithm that you want to use to post. So you want to always have a call to action. Do not ever have a caption without a call to action. Write that down. Do not ever have a caption without a call to action. So right here, I have rate 1 to 100 and tag a friend. Got a little check mark there. Then it says follow at Millionaire Mafia, 2 emoji hands pointing towards that. I spaced it out with a hashtag symbol, put hashtag Millionaire Mafia, skipped a couple lines, then put my hashtags in here. Now, what I'm doing is, this is the procedure that you want, and I'm going to have this posted below this video so you can see. But line 1 is going to be your call to action. If your call to action is long, then you can immediately put on line 2, follow at your username. If the call to action is short, you want to put some sort of character in that second line, like a hashtag symbol or a period or a dot or maybe another emoji, something like that. And make sure, bottom line is to make sure that your username, where it says follow at your username, is in line 3. So I'm going to repeat that. No caption without call to action. Your call to action is going to be in line 1. Rate 1 to 100. What do you think of this? Oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. What do you think about this? Thoughts on this watch? Would you do this? Tag a friend that you'd bring here. You make sure that your call to action is on line 1. Line 2, if your call to action is short, is just going to use some sort of symbol to space it apart. So that way, line 3 is always follow at your username with a couple arrows pointing towards your username so people see that. The reason for doing that, some of you might know, like on YouTube, for example, when you're reading a description, only the first 3 lines of the description show before you actually have to click see more and it shows the rest. Instagram's the same way. When they see it in the feed on the Explore page, it's going to show the first 3 lines. And typically speaking, if you are taking content from another profile, which is generally accepted on Instagram, it's called public domain. You're not copywriting, it's not infringing on anybody, but when you post a pic that you've seen or a video that you've seen on somebody else's profile, you want to give them credit. So you'll put follow at Millionaire Mafia, and if you took it from somewhere else, then you'll put via at Billionaire Lifestyle or wherever it came from. The reason that you want to make sure that your call to action is in the first line, so obviously so people see it, it will cause them to engage or comment. Secondly, you want to make sure that you've got it spaced apart. So your third line is always follow out your username. The reason being is when it goes viral, it makes it very easy for them to click directly on your username and go follow you. But if your username is on the second line and you got that content from somewhere else and you give credit to somebody, they might accidentally go follow the person that you got the content from, and instead of you getting the follower, somebody else did. So it's one key, just little component, making sure that your caption is set up right. Now, you want to have your hashtags tucked down there a little bit so that way it doesn't look spammy. It doesn't look like you just hit open the picture and boom, there's a whole bunch of ugly looking hashtags right there. You don't want it. That's why I suggest dropping it down a few lines. Now, you can use 30 hashtags in your caption. You don't want to use all 30. If you repetitively use 30, sometimes Instagram thinks that you're abusing the feature and they'll prohibit you from actually using those hashtags. So I recommend using 28 to 29. Now you ask, what type of hashtags do I want to use? Here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to use spammy hashtags like follow for follow, like for like, comment for comment, fun, awesome. You don't want to use ones that are not specific. So if I'm posting a Rolls Royce or something like that, I'm going to have Royce, Rolls Royce, Rolls Royce Phantom, luxury, entrepreneur, millionaire, billionaire, boss, luxury life, money, supercars, supercars, car porn, cars without limits. I'm going to have niche specific, content specific to that particular post in my caption. Now here's something else that you can do. When you're making your caption, I suggest that you tag. It can say tag people. So when you're making that post, you can click the post and you can tag people. You might want to tag a whole bunch of accounts that are in your niche with a large following, with a massive following. So if I got this picture from Billionaire Mafia, I would tag Billionaire Mafia, Millionaire Lifestyle, Billionaire Shell, Vendette Luxury, Luxury Post 247, Luxury Cars 247, Motivation Mafia. I'd tag all these big accounts in my niche, and then I'd post it. I'd make sure I have my caption right. I make sure I have my call to action, my username on the third line, my hashtags a couple lines down, and I would post it. I'd make sure I'm using 28 to 29 hashtags. I'd tag some people. If I wanted to, I could even tag, I'll show you on some posts way down here, I could even tag a whole bunch of accounts in the caption. So I might not actually have them on here, but I could put like at Millionaire Mentor, at Boss Luxury, at Boss Life, at Vedette Luxury. You could either tag them in the actual photo or you could tag them in the caption. Here's the reason that you want to do that. When you get engagement from high authority in your niche, from high authority accounts that are in your niche, so you make that post and all of a sudden that person sees that they have been tagged. And when you know you've been tagged, if you go into your Instagram app like I'm doing it right now, you can go to this little guy where there's a little red button right there, a little person. And that shows all of the content that I have been tagged in. Somebody's tagged me in these photos because maybe they took it from my account, maybe they wanted my attention. But what happens if I happen to go over and like one of their photos, since I'm a high authority account in that niche, Instagram's algorithm sees it and they go, huh, this content must be really cool. We need to pay attention to that. We're going to boost that post. And it helps boost it and trigger it to go on the Explore page and go more viral. So it's not a for sure guarantee, but it's a lot better than doing nothing. So when you tag high authority accounts that are in your niche, either in the actual picture or on the actual caption, below your call to action, below your username, below your hashtags even, when you tag them in there and post it, they're going to all get notification. And if they just so happen to like your content there in the next short while after the post, it can help boost it to the Explore page. Now, if you're tagging people in the picture, you can tag up to like 30 right now. Sometimes that changes. The algorithm changes with that. It might be 10 tags, it might be 30 tags. If you're tagging in the caption, you can tag up to about 10 users. And once again, I will have directions for this posted right below this video. But that's something that I highly recommend that you get in the habit of doing. Now, once you make that post, we've talked about how to set up your caption. Once you make that post, what you could do is go into the first comment and post more hashtags. It's not necessary if you've put it in the caption, but if you'd like, you could post another 28 to 29 niche-specific, content-specific hashtags in the first comment. But make sure that it is in the first comment, is in the very first comment. Don't wait, do it immediately. Now, I'm going to talk about DPI. DPI stands for dots per inch. This is something you probably never have heard before. But with how Instagram works, there's an actual bot that filters what is going to be allowed on the Explore page of Instagram and what is not allowed on the Explore page of Instagram. When low quality pictures are posted, Instagram will not allow it on the Explore page. When it's grainy, when it's reposted and it's screenshot after screenshot after screenshot, they won't allow it on the Explore page. So it's very important that you use high quality content. I'm not asking you to go look up what the DPI of your photo is and make sure, but I'm just saying if it appears high quality to you and it looks high quality, it's not grainy, it's going to be okay. With Instagram, if it's below 200 DPI, the bot that dictates Explore page algorithm will not allow it to go on the Explore page. Now, I've talked a lot about the Explore page. I'm going to talk about one other feature. See this little magnifying glass here? In the feed on your app and on the desktop, it allows you to search. It allows you to search by hashtag, by location, by usernames. And if I type in hashtag millionaire, for example, so you can see hashtag millionaire has been used 3.5 million times. 3,516,000 and some change. So see how it says top 9 posts here? These are the 9 trending posts for this hashtag on Instagram. And then you see most recent. And you'll see a lot of stuff that, only has, what's this? It's got 2 likes and some have, none. Because they're the most recent. They're posted, a few seconds ago. But today, right now, these are the trending posts for hashtag millionaire in the entire Instagram community. So how would you like to be able to trend and be the top post? One of the 9 top posts out of 3.5 million using this hashtag. And granted, these are going to be posts that have gone viral. 13,820 likes. 11,419 likes. 10,311. So when you trend for a hashtag, you will hit the Explore page. But when you hit the Explore page, you don't always trend for a hashtag. It's kind of like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't a square. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those theories on it. So you can hit the Explore page without trending for a hashtag, but if you trend for a hashtag, you have hit the Explore page. The Explore page is the area where you put the most focus into, and here's how you get on the Explore page. You have to have tons and tons of engagement as soon as you post. The minute that you post, you have to start getting likes and get some comments in there coming in, and more importantly, you want to get the type of likes and comments that come from high authority accounts, meaning accounts that have tons of engagement with more followers than you, especially ones that are in the same niche as you. So that is really important towards going viral. How the algorithm actually works with hitting the Explore page on Instagram is the first 10 minutes followed by the next 50 combined for the first hour. The first hour is the most important, and the first 10 minutes of the first hour is the most important. So you make a post, those first 10 minutes, you want some high authority likes coming in, you want some real engaging comments coming in, and then you want to keep continuing that for the next 50 minutes combined for the first hour. And Instagram sees that first 10 minutes go by and goes, wow, a couple big accounts like this post, got a really good comments in here, people are engaging, people are asking what's going on, they're tagging friends, let's keep an eye on this post. And then pretty soon some more engagement comes through and boom, Instagram goes, okay, we got to put this out on the Explore page. This post is going to do good. The community needs to see it. So that's what happens as far as Explore page exposure. and ranking top 9 for a hashtag. Once again, with hashtags, make sure that is niche specific, content specific. What you can do with hashtags, and leave it up to you, this can be an experiment that you kind of conduct. They always have to be niche specific, content specific. You can do some hashtag research. You can search on Instagram and you can search a hashtag, see how many times it's used. I suggest that you maybe use about 10 high traffic hashtags, ones that are used, 1,000,000+ times, and maybe 10 hashtags that are used 500,000 to 1,000,000 times, and maybe 8, 9 hashtags that are used 20,000 to a couple 100,000 times. And what you're doing is, it's essentially like keywords. Think of it as going on Google and you go shopping for something. You look for a camera on Google. What's going to pop up on page 1 of Google? The most relevant high traffic search results. So your hashtags are your keywords. That's what's going to dictate when you go out on the Explorer page who it's going to go in front of. It's going to go in front of people that have used hashtag Millionaire Mafia before, or have liked content that used hashtag Millionaire before. They've liked or commented or followed on content like that. Now, another critical component to having success on the Explore page is comments. Now, if we open up these comments right here, let's just see what we've got going on. I'm going to scroll up all the way to the beginning of these contents. You can actually see this person put in hashtags in the first comment like I was talking about. You can do as an option. And then look, people started tagging friends. This person tagged a friend. This person said, oh, nice, tag somebody, tag somebody, tag somebody. What I really suggest is you want to be able to get comments that are high quality. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the next couple of videos coming up. But it's really good when you see comments rolling in that say, wow, this is really cool. One of my favorite profiles on Instagram. Where was this picture taken? Wow, I wish I could do this. That sounds really cool. That looks really fun, instead of cool, awesome, nice, wow, wow, cool, really nice. You want engaging comments, and we're going to talk a little bit later on how to get that. And then as far as where do you get your content? Well, one of the things that happens on Instagram is there's what we call viral posts. A lot of content gets reposted, 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 and has gone through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of accounts by the time you see it. And as you familiarize yourself with the community, you'll begin to see that a lot of content gets circulated around. That's okay, because if you consistently see a specific post going viral, I'm going to take you over to Travel Lion and show you a couple posts on here. Now, this house right here, I've seen this going viral, or this little shed, I've seen this going viral on Instagram. I have seen this girl in the water right here going viral on Instagram. I've seen this guy with the umbrella and the little kid going viral on Instagram a lot. I've seen this go around quite a bit, and it got 10,193 likes, and that netted about 700 followers just on that post alone. I've seen this video going viral on Instagram quite a bit. This picture. You use content that has gone viral in the feed before, because if it's gone viral in the feed before, it will probably go viral again. Now, if you want to get a little bit creative and start to lead the pack, because you got to think, if people are all posting the same stuff at a certain point, doesn't it become saturated? Well, not really, because there's 1 billion and counting active monthly Instagram users. But if you want to set yourself apart a little bit more, you can take content from places like Pinterest or Tumblr or Twitter that matches your niche and start to post that. Start to post that on your feed, and then you become the authority account that people are reposting your content. And that way, you're the start of that ring. You're the leader of that circle, and you start to brand and be known as one of the influencers of Instagram. So that's another really critical component for having success on Instagram. Just lead the pack. Now, one of the last things I want to mention before we get into the next video is comments. Like I said, it's really important to have engaging comments, and I just once again want to reiterate, what if the comments that you actually had were paying customers? What if they were paying customers that wanted your product? We're going to talk a little bit later on about how to do that. And just as one little extra tip here, if you guys are trying to make a logo, I know we talked about this a little bit earlier, you can use sites like PicMonkey or Photoshop to make some cool logos. Usually your logo for your profile is going to be a PNG file instead of a JPEG. It'll be a PNG where it has a transparent background, and just save that, keep that around. So you can use PicMonkey, picmonkey.com, and I'll even put the link below this video for PicMonkey. It's a free software you can use to create a logo. It doesn't take very long. So now you know about viral content. You actually know how the algorithm works for Instagram to get on the Explore page. You know about DPI, having a minimum 200 DPI, which is dots per inch. It's the quality of your photo. Bottom line, you don't have to go ahead and measure that or use a software for that. Just take a look at the content you're about to post. If it looks high quality, use it. If it looks grainy, don't use it. The bot for the Explore page is not going to allow it to get on the Explore page. So now we're going to move on to the next video. We're actually going to talk about editing and creating viral content and even getting personal content to go viral. So I will see you guys in the next video.